just lost out to Minnesota.
Now we got
here's the next pick.
Terrell Suggs, the Baltimore.
I'll bet you $1 right now this is Terrell Suggs.
We know it is. It's got to be. Let's see.
Baltimore
the pick is it. Here's the. My God, this is like a toll booth in New York and rush hour.
Selection in the 2003 NFL Draft. The Baltimore Ravens select Terrell Suggs, defensive end from Arizona State.
You know, the Ravens sat there with their draft board, just sitting back on 10. They resisted, and one of their guys fell to them. And so Ozzie Newsome.
Oh, my God. Let's do it. This is what we call recap time now, huh, for everybody?
Thanks, Gary.
This does mean that Kyle Bowler, we talked about Kyle Bowler and Byron left with Bowler. It means that Bowler now is not going to the Baltimore Ravens, which is what.
And here's Seattle in. Oh, my God. And now they can't believe that a guy here. Now, it's got to be a guy like
it's a defensive tackle.
Yeah, but a guy who's that good. Right? And he's from down the road.
You know what? We can't talk about Vikings and money, though, because this is the draft. We don't talk about money at the draft.
Okay,
Only
we're done.
Players.
We're done. Well, we'll talk about Terrell Suggs, who moved down a little bit, but boy, Baltimore couldn't. Did Baltimore and Seattle get up there fast enough when these guys were sitting there at 10, 11? Huh?
I'll tell you one thing about the Baltimore Ravens. Ozzie Newsome, Phil Savage, and that scouting department know how to pick good football players. Over the years, they picked the 10 before. Dwayne Starks, Chris McAllister, Travis Taylor. They've stolen guys like Ray Lewis at pick number 26, Todd Heap at pick number 31, Ed Reed last year at 24. When they picked earlier, they got Peter Boulware and Jonathan Ogden, Jamal Lewis. They've gotten big-time players with all those first-round picks, and Terrell Suggs. Talk about a guy that at one point, about a month and a half ago, was talked about maybe being the first pick overall, at least down to 4, no more than 6, to get him at 10 more. There you talk about value. I'm going to say that word value a lot today, but this guy is one of the great picks of the first round. We're only to pick 11, but Terrell Suggs, a great fit for a Ravens defensive front that desperately needs a guy with this kind of ability.
Well, the thing about Terrell Suggs is, like I say, this whole idea that his workout cost him his draft status and lost him some money, essentially, based on a 40 time, when in fact, how far does he have to get back to the quarterback? What about it? What is that, 7, 8 yards?
They're not going to ask him to game away because they like a speed running defense. 255, 260 is prime for the Baltimore Ravens.
And Denny Green, you're talking about a guy